Welcome back to another edition of Vikings Film Room, brought to you by the Vikings Entertainment Network. I'm your host, Pete Bercich. Now, the Minnesota Vikings, fresh off their primetime victory against the Pittsburgh Steelers, look to invade Chicago and Soldier Field, take on these Bears, who are fresh off their primetime loss against the Green Bay Packers. Now, what's going on with these Bears? They're going to want to right the ship. Well, let's take a deep dive into their quarterback, Justin Fields, update you on their defense, and show you a few new weapons that they have to put points on the board. Okay, on this first play of the Bears offense, you're going to see what they like to do with Fields, and that's put him shotgun, put him alone in the backfield. So you're going to see 4 Bear wide receivers at the bottom of your screen, and then you're going to see Darnell Mooney, who's on the inside, just plant and open up and go outside, and it opens up a nice space behind the linebacker and underneath the 2 defensive backs from Green Bay. Fields does a great job hanging in there, releases that pass, puts that thing right on the money. A nice throw and catch. Clear a zone, send somebody into it. Great job by the quarterback. Now, when we see the end zone, you're going to see what really, I think, changed this entire game. Because you'll see Kingsley Keke just beat the guard to the outside with a nice club, gets a little rip underneath it, and just as Fields is letting go of this pass, he gets nailed. Now, this is Fields' first game back after breaking a couple of ribs. So when you take a hit like that, it's going to take a toll on the quarterback. The Bears are having a hard time right now keeping Fields from getting hit. So later on in the same series, 3 receivers to the left side. But the tight end, Cole Kmet, does a little stab route over the linebacker, and Fields is locked in. That's where he's going to go. The coverage ends up being too tight. But when you pause the film, as the ball hits the hands of Kmet, look behind him. There's a wide open wide receiver. So Fields just doesn't have the patience. He's locking in. He's seeing his tight ends or whoever his primary receiver is, and he's not letting plays develop because this would have been an easy touchdown throw behind him. Another example of what happens when you get a lot of hits on the quarterback, you'll see 3 Bear wide receivers to the top of your screen. But keep an eye on Rasul Douglas, the corner from the Green Bay Packers, who's on the top of your screen. He's just letting things happen in front of him and release, but once he gets to the top of his drop, he's able to plant, read this throw, and get a jump on it, and that ends up being a pick 6. And again, Fields not in a rhythm because of the hits and because of a number of different things. Again, one of his favorite weapons, Darnell Mooney, wide receiver. You'll see him motioning on the bottom of your screen. Now he's reducing his split, so he's able to run this crossing route to get across the field. And as soon as Mooney gets to the middle of the field, you'll see him get to the hash mark. There's separation there, but Fields can't get the ball off. The left tackle lets him up. It's a sack. It's a forced fumble. Puts the ball back in the hands of Green Bay. So those plays are there. They're just not able to keep Fields upright long enough for him to get the completion. All right, we've seen what's not working for him. What is working for him? One of the things is they have some of these unbelievable athletes they can put in different positions. In this case, you're going to see Damiere Byrd line up at running back. And they're just going to run a basic running back kind of a stab route. He gets out, checks out like a running back. The middle of the field you'll see is wide open, and all he's doing is running that little juke route, the David Palmer special. You step in, work to the middle of the field. Fields gets this ball to him right on the money and in stride, and it's the run after the catch. If there's one place where these Bears are dangerous, it's run after the catch. Now, another new weapon they have, Jakeem Grant. This is just your basic jet sweep. All right, you'll see Jakeem Grant coming in the bottom, ball snapped right when he's at the hash mark. Grant takes this little pitch and he turns this corner, and you'll notice right as he gets to the first down marker, there are 5 Bears out there to block. They've got more guys to block out there than they need. However, the Packers, they got him kind of pinned to the sideline, you think, right? No. Grant turns on the Jets. This guy is so dynamic, it's scary. Now, something a little different for Vikings Film Room. We're going to talk about special teams. Again, it's Jakeem Grant. And you'll see once the ball is up in the air, just as Grant catches this football, what you're going to see are the Packers kind of spread out. But when you look at the Bears, where are they? They are all on the left side of your screen. They're just blocking it up, peeling and trying to build a wall to the left side of the field. Now, Grant takes this thing, starts north and south, and he sets up all these Bears beautifully. You look at almost every single Chicago Bear is on the left side of your screen, and if it's not for the kicker, he forces them out of bounds. That would have been a touchdown. Now, this is it. This is the NFL record 97-yard punt return. Once again, you're going to see two Chicago Bears, 8 and 24, coming off the left edge. But after the ball is kicked, you'll see them disappear, but they're starting to go to the right of your screen. Now watch Jakeem Grant. Catches this football. The Packers are nice and evenly spread out, but again, the Chicago Bears are all on the right side of your screen. They're all picking out their guys to block, and Grant takes this thing to the wide side of the field. He plants his foot, gets back out to the right side, and oh look, there's number 8, number 23, the guys who were coming from the one side. Now they got the punter, and Grant is free and up the field, untouched. Touchdown, first and longest punt return touchdown, well, longest ever, and the first punt return touchdown of the season. Now, this Bears defense, they still have Robert Quinn. They still have Bilal Nichols. Now, this is just an underneath stunt. You'll see Nichols go north and south, but Nichols is the key to this because he continues to penetrate. Even though Quinn is looping underneath because he's avoiding the chip, so he's looping underneath, Nichols is just saying, I'm going straight forward, splitting the double team. This guy's double team still splits him, gets to the quarterback. Quinn's there to make the sack. A great duo on that side of the ball. Now, in this case, this is just Robert Quinn being Robert Quinn. No wonder he's one of the sack leaders in the NFL this season. This is the speed and athleticism that he has. You see him on the right side of your screen. His ability to get off the football, to get north and south. He gets up to the lineman, and just as the lineman sets, if you notice, the offensive tackle for Green Bay, arms out, head down. Quinn pulls the rug out from under his feet and says, nope, I'm not going to hit you. Quinn has that athleticism to dip that shoulder, turn the corner, and bring down the quarterback. Now, this is a play after the sack by Robert Quinn, and you're going to see where the Bears are struggling a little bit, right? It's like they take a little bit of a breath, and it's 3rd and 13 in this situation, and what you're going to see is Lazard, the receiver from Green Bay, running deep and over. But you'll see in this case, Artie Burns just settles a little bit too much. He doesn't quite get deep enough. Rodgers never really sets his feet. Boom, throw, catch, a first down. So when you have a team 3rd and 13 to let them off the hook like that, that's not what you want to do. And that's a little bit where the Bears are struggling. They get the big play, but then they turn around and give up the big one.